doing stuff up. How's it going, folks? Oh, wow. I am rocking and rolling. All right. Well, let's do our little intro, and we will get this thing rocking and rolling. Perfect. All right. Let me give me some time to kind of settle. Okay. I have made a decision, folks. I have made a decision. Okay. I had to step back from some things I was doing because it just became necessary. So hopefully I'll be able to put out some more videos and we can get this thing rocking and rolling. Now, so today what we're gonna do, we're gonna be covering one of these really should be left for Saturday. So I may just do the diagnostic today and kind of come up with my solution and then maybe do it Saturday. Because when I think about it, it's more of a hack. It's not really like, it's not a traditional repair. I'm not approaching this from, you know, a traditional repair point of view. So I have to kind of treat it that way if you really think about it, because it's not something that you would, it's like, you'll see why. I'll tell you why. And the other one is a regular repair, and we're going to see if we can find out what it is. So we'll diagnose it. If we can fix it today, we'll fix it today. But in the meantime, folks, let me just kind of remind you of, let me get all my stuff together. Let me kind of remind you of what we have available. Okay? All right, so we got our merch store, and I want you to I actually want to put up some dad. It's probably too late, but I still want to do it anyway. I'm gonna put up some dad shirts. I got some ideas in my head, and I think I'm gonna do that this weekend, especially now that my mind can kind of focus in on all these things and kind of zero in. And I'll tell you what it is, man. I used to I was working at night while running the business, while doing the streaming. I was really, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I have to give a lot of credit to the mailman. The mailman, he has a business in town, and anyone who wants to learn to drive, you want to pass through Monroe, you live in Monroe, whatever, check out Oscar's driving school. This guy, driving school, he was doing the mail. He retired from jumping out of airplanes in the military. He was opening a wrestling business. He have a farm. He has homes. I'm like, dude, where's the bandwidth for you to do all these things? And then I said, you know what? Hell yeah, these guys can have multiple businesses and all that stuff. I can do this and that and this and that. And it doesn't quite work the same because I'm here. I gotta work on my lighting. I gotta work on this background. So all this stuff is gonna get done. You see, I'm wiping my head. It doesn't work the same because the hours you put in, if you're trying to do those things, the hours you put in there, it gives you, you have less of this. You're so tired. Your creativity start to like, and I think that's what's been happening. So hopefully this works out the way I planned it. So I'm going back. I'm going back to doing what I was doing before. All right, because you guys need me. So you guys need me. All right, let's get started, folks. And look at me. And I actually need help because I should have transitioned out of that scene. You know, you're just watching the damn page. And I'm looking at the other screen thinking I'm talking to the crew and the page. So yeah, I need help myself. So we'll work on that. All right, guys. Don't forget we have a contest that's going on where we're giving away this Dirt Devil. We're gonna be pulling the name out. Let me show you. We gotta see. I see this thing is still messed up. You still can't see me. Hold on. Let me see something. How is this even like this? Why is this even like this? Anyway, we're giving that thing away. Okay, see that? We're giving that away. That vacuum. Okay? It's funny that it's on here it looks okay, but then the moment I transfer it over, it doesn't work. What's going on? What's going on? So anyway, I'll figure. Let me try it again. I just moved something. Nope. Same thing. All right. Whatever. Okay. So let's get this machine up here. Let me stop wasting any more time. Let me get this machine up here, and let's see what we can pull off. All right. So there's no power in this thing. And so let's say you run into it. Either you're working on machines yourself, you're just starting out. What just happened? And if you're working on them yourself, or it's at home and you're a tinkerer and you just kind of don't want to pay for something that is simple to do, because I know I'm the same way when it comes to my vehicles. If I can do it and I have the time, I'm gonna do it. And if I can't, then that's when I give it to somebody else. So that's what our channel's for, right? To try to help you save money, and or just give you something to tinker with, you know, just ideas, you know. So here's the Hoover, all right. And you know what? I haven't really worked on simple machines like these. When I say simple, I mean the basic upright, basic vacuum, you know. And you know, so let's see what's going on, all right. So I'm gonna plug this bad boy in so you can see my reaction to. All right, let's see. I wasn't getting any power before. I'm gonna hit my power switch right here, and nothing is happening. Now, one of the first things I look for when it comes to power switches is to see if this is just like spaghetti, like jelly. You know, like it just goes. There's no clicking. If there's no clicking, like I'm clicking, right? If it's just like you just can move it, then you know for a fact that one of the components are broken, so it can't even switch from on to off. It's this is just moving. So that's the first thing. Now, so if it's clicking, I tend to think that all right, it's probably okay. Probably got it. Okay. So I'm not ruling it out. All right. I'm not ruling out the cord. Okay. So we're gonna have to test the cord. Okay. Where's my little multimeter here? Got my little multimeter, so we're going to use that to test the cord. All right. And then, last but not least, it could be the motor. Okay. Actually, you know what? Before the motor is last. Third on the list is there's a fuse inside some of these Hoovers. Really designed to kind of shut the machine down if it's overheating too much or something like that. So that's a possibility. If this has that fuse, then I'll look there first. And if it doesn't have the fuse, then I'm just going to go straight to the motor. Okay, so let's start. All right. So let's see if I can get an overhead view of my setup here. All right. So don't forget, the giveaway is for those who left a message or comment. You know, because that's the only way I can kind of figure out who to include in this in this drawing. And then on Saturday at 3 o'clock, sometime within the show, what I'll end up doing is just going through the list and just pull out. Well, I'm gonna see if there's an online kind of random thing selector. Maybe there's an app for it or something. I'll put people's name, and then whoever it is will get the prize, and then I'll be shipping that out to them. I did put a disclaimer because if it's a U.S. person won it, I'll ship it. It's on me. But if you're foreign, then you may have to kind of work that out. Maybe you can have me ship it to someone here in the U.S. and maybe you guys get it to them or whatever the case is. I'm not going to ship international for this free giveaway here. Okay, all right. I hope you don't hold any grudge on that one. All right. So, all right. Overhead cam. Let's see if I have space. For this. Okay, I may have to zoom out some so you can see better. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see. Can I? Would it let me zoom out? Let me see. Would it let me zoom out? Got a lot of crap. Alright. But, yeah, I guess I could. I'll try my best to work with what I have here with the space. Okay? Let me shrink my little body so you see less of me. I'm gonna leave our little giveaway here so you can see that, and let's transition. See if we, how does that look? See that? You can still see me. Okay. Our giveaway is right here. That's the giveaway. And I get my keyboard out the way. I got my mic is in the way. All this stuff is kind of in the way. Damn, Mike is just... Damn, Mike. All right. And let me put on my gloves and we get started. All right. And also, one more thing. Let me open up the screen so I can actually see if someone have a question. And let's see if someone have a question. And before I even get into that, let me thank a few people or respond to a few people that put some comments out there. All right, let me move this out the way, man, because you guys can't see it. I don't have it set up to share the screen. So what I will do, let's see, maybe it is comment of the week. Sure, no, it's not. Maybe I can share it with you. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second, folks. But let me say thanks for, all right, let me just read one of these off. It says, thanks for the nice video. All right, when putting it back together, I'm having a hard time reinstalling the sprayer square green button. Okay, it's the one in your videos that you said that you had some tips for installing them, but haven't found the video yet. Oh, you know, I did do it. This is who's this? Karim. Hey, man. Hope you're taking a look at this video. Yes, I did install it. You know what? If you allow me to respond later, Karim, I will put a link in the in it. But I did do a video. I just have to sift through and find the one, and I'll try to save you that hassle of you having to sift through it. Okay? So this was regarding. Let me see if I can have people see what I'm looking at here. All right. Give me a second, folks. I'm sorry if this seemed to be long-winded here. But I want to kind of have everything set up if possible, okay? Let me see if I can switch accounts. Okay. Boom. All right. And, oh, come on. Go home. This guy's taking me forever to do this, all right? The premium, the studio. Come on. Come on, get me there. Hey guys, there's a movie I want to see. I want to see Ballerina. I want to see Ballerina. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Praying and hoping that these guys don't ruin this movie. Okay. Let me see comments. All right, comments is gonna pull it up from my community page. Come on, man. Here we go. I think I got it, folks. All right. All right. Transition over. How's that? Cool? Okay, the wait was worth it. All right, so thanks for the nice video, right? So for Sharia Karim, all right? Sharia. Okay, that sounds right. So yeah, definitely check back, and what I'll do is and could you let me know what? Let me see. Would you want me to, could you let me know where's it at? Oh, let me know. Thanks. Okay, so thanks is after that. All right, great. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. Let me look at the next one. Okay, and right now I didn't even open the chats yet, guys, so just kind of bear with me. I'm just, and if there's no one there, then hey, what am I doing? I'm talking to myself, right? This was a big help. The cord was stuck, so I had to put it back in place, and the cord is working great. Thanks. Wow. Great, not thanks. Great, not thanks. Great, not thanks. I don't get that. I'm hoping that's a typo because it looks like it says great, not thanks. It says though it's in place and it's working great, so I'm assuming it's yes thanks, you know, not thanks. But anyway, I do that. I make typos also. All right, and thank you. This was helpful. My suction is repaired. Okay, I think I covered that a couple of days ago. This was Queen, the Smile Evangel. Wait, is that it? Evangeli? The Smile Evangeli. You are a Smile Evangeli. And I'm assuming it means evangelist. So if you're a smile evangelist, that means you bring smile everywhere you go. Is that right, Queen? I hope so. That's positive. Queen looked like she has a nice smile also. All right. So now we can move into the overhead. Now that we've done that, and now I can go and open up the chat box thing here and see if I can see anything going on. And if anyone has a question, I'll answer it. If you don't, well, you know, it is what it is, right? Hold on. Give me a second here. Turn on. Save. All right. Open. All right. Expand. Open it. Pop up. Okay. Pop up. Pop up. Okay. Fantastic. Great. All right. So no questions. All right. Okay. Let's keep moving. Oh, man. What the hell? What happened? Gosh. See how this thing works, man? All right. Okay, folks. All right, let's keep rocking, man. I'm gonna have to move this out the way. Got my little mousey here, and hopefully, with my time and all that stuff, you guys will be able to get a lot more smoothness out of me. All right, so let's do this. In order for me to check the cord, let's just take it apart. How's that? All right, let's take it apart. Let's just do that. Let's just take it apart. So we're going to take these screws out, all this stuff, and we'll start there. I think that's a good starting point. Okay? I think that's a good starting point. We're going to take it apart. And then we'll figure it out from there, right? Cool? Cool. All right. Okay. Normally, when you have a like a power issue, you know, especially when you don't have the tools, you know, you prefer to just call someone and have them take care of it because you don't have the tools. So it's like, what am I messing with this thing for, right? I'm just gonna create more problem. I'm looking for my little magnet, cup. If you don't have a little magnet cup to hold your screws, just use a tape thing like this and just put them all in one spot. Because they will, you know, they'll fall. They'll get lost. It's what it is. It's like, I'm gonna be careful. Yeah, I know. With my kids, right? So yeah, I know you plan to be careful, but how about if we just put it over there? It's like, yeah, I know. Okay, I don't. You know what? Yeah, I could probably try to do it from here first. You know, cause you know what? Yeah. Let me keep going. You know what I was gonna do, guys? I was gonna take apart just the cord itself and just try to test the cord from here to here. But I know I'm gonna eventually want to show you further, so I figured, you know what, let's just go all the way in. But one of the ways you can do it is just taking the cord out by itself, okay? And let me kind of give you an idea of what you can probably do with that, all right? Give me a second. Let me do that route first, but just know that I'm going all the way, okay? So if you notice, I took out, damn it. I took out, can you see me? There you go. There you go. You can see a little better now. I took out. I took this out. Okay, and behind it, like down at the bottom, there's a screw that's holding the back panel together also. So all these little screws here are for the panels. All right, and then there's a little one there. There's actually two. One it looks like it's holding on to something for the cord, and the other one is for the panel. So I'm gonna see if that was enough for me to try to move this, okay? So what I'm gonna end up doing, I think I need to take these two screws out here, if I remember properly, because it's been a while since I messed with these things. So let's just take those out and see. You know, like these machines come in, it's normally like a, you know, person need a cord, what do you call it, a cord? A belt change or something like that. Something simple, nothing, you know, that's nothing too, you know, crazy. No, it looks like I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to. Let me see something. Hold on. I was really trying to see if there's a way I can just get this out by itself without having to go further. All right, look like I'm gonna have to go further. I could be missing something, but I'm not there yet. Yeah, Mike, who's laying off? Microsoft, is it? Microsoft is laying off a bunch of people. Says that it's going to be using AI to do a lot more of its work. I'll be honest with you. I really do think this transitional period right now, when it comes to AI and stuff like that, is going to be a little tough for some. But if you are ahead, if your mind is thinking ahead, and it takes risk, a lot of, that's like what I'm doing. It takes risk to do something you're doing, because you got used to it. You know, like COVID hit a little hard when it comes to small businesses, so I made a pivot, right? And now you've adjusted to the pivot, and now you're like, because especially if you're an entrepreneur in your mind, in your heart, you realize that certain things that have a temporary benefit is really holding up your long-term goals and success. And you know, and you have to kind of let go of it. It's almost like moving out your house, your mother's house, you know. Yeah, and you have to go for it, right? And you know, you got to be smart about it because you don't want to leave when you're not prepared. And but there's some other circumstances that is kind of put me in a position where I have to kind of like cut it. Cut it. All right, just put you're talented, you're sharp. You gotta tell yourself those things. Just put your energy into yours and let's make it happen. Okay. All right. Put all that creativity into yours. All right. Okay. So now here we go. Let's see what else is happening. So this is what I did. I figured let me just go all in because I didn't figure out the way that I can get this off without taking it apart yet, and I don't want to be like yanking stuff around trying to do it on this camera like I don't want to do that. So let me go all in. All right, so I'm gonna take the whole thing down and we're gonna go for it. All right, and then we'll see what it is. And some of you may just want to see what's inside this thing. Let me get this off. You may want to see what's in this, so let's do it. Let's do it. I am sweating today. I'm gonna fix my AC. Let me turn on my mini AC. I hope the noise don't bother you guys, but I'm burning up in here. Okay. So I got my little mini AC on. All right. Okay. Come on, buddy. I need you to get out so we can move on with this show. Okay. Here we go. I miss Larry. I haven't spoke to Larry in the last 2 shows. And my boys from Brazil. And I'm wondering if, because I know when I did the vertical, everybody just kind of tuned in like instantly, right? And then when I do the regular, the vertical live, nobody's in the house. It's weird, right? So, I don't know. I'm like, maybe I should start it with vertical live and then transition over. Say, guys, meet me over here. And see if that works. Because with the vertical, I can't, if I have a screen to share, if I have an overhead view and all this other stuff, you can't. It's just looking straight at you, you know? And, yeah, you know. All right, here we go, guys. Enough of that crap. Oh, okay, so I see why I couldn't take it off. Let me show you. Look why I couldn't take it off. Let's see if you can, up here. You see that? You see this right here? Okay, so this was sitting on top of that. See? It was sitting on that, so you couldn't pull this out because it was being blocked. So, I think there's a screw left. Where is it at? Who's stopping the flow here? Who is the party pooper? Let me see. Here we go, this guy. Okay, so now it's off, right? So we have our motor, okay? We have our power cord. Now if you notice how this works here, let me show you. See this? When you press your little rewind button, see what it's doing? So your cord comes out. It's kind of pulling, and it's kind of there's a copper like coil on the inside of this thing, and when you click this, this moves, and it's almost like releasing, so stuff can just, okay? That's how this mechanism kind of worked here, okay? And so now, if you wanted to, I think I should be able to pull this up and out. Oh, it's attached to the panel. Okay. But still, I need to do it anyway. I still need to do it because I have to get to the to the power switch. All right. All right. So let's get the top handle off. Let me show you. Okay. Hold on. So I'm gonna remove. Okay, let me see if you can see it. You can't see it here. Golly. You know what, guys? I'm gonna move that thing out the way. That prize. All right. Let me move that prize out the way, man. Hold on. Where am I? Let's cancel you real quick. Okay. Let's cancel you real quick. All right. And let me shrink me even more. Let me get my little big head out the way. Okay, alright, so here I am, alright, here, alright, and then let's see if we can get a bigger picture of this, alright, and, okay, I think that might do it. Tell me if that works. Maybe. Okay. Alright, so, I'm gonna take, golly, you still can't see it. See the screw right here? I'm gonna take this out. And I took out 2 screws that was underneath. Let me show you. Let me show you. There were 2 screws underneath here. Oh shite. Okay. All right. Don't worry. I'm working with this. Okay. So there were 2 screws. Now you can. Golly. So you can see the one that were here. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Okay, great. There was one here, but here and here have screws. So you'll be able to remove this. Okay, so you can see the holes where the screws were holding that top in. Okay, see that right there? All right, so now let's move this out the way, move that out the way. Let's move all this stuff out the way so I can work here. So now, if I wanted to, okay, again, the reason I'm doing it the long way, one, I'm kind of forced to because I can't get access to the cord unless I remove this thing. But I also want access to this. Let me see, make sure there's nothing else. I also wanted access to the power switch. Huh. It looks like some work was done in this switch. It looked like someone did some amateur work on this switch. Take a look. Wow, hold on. You know, sometimes people... My brother-in-law is funny about that, right? He has a company. You see that? See right here? It looked like there's some stuff was done here. And that's all good, no problem. We'll take care of it. Okay, look at that. I can see why it was probably done this way, because this is a real tight spot. And if you're trying to do it by yourself at home, sometimes, you know, I've done stuff where I've had to get a little creative and just try to make it work. Okay, so I get, you know, I don't begrudge anyone for that. But he would give someone a quote, and they would go and get someone else or whatever, you know, and then the person messed up the job, and now they go back to him. Hey man, can you fix? Can you? He's like, dude, I'm gonna have to undo the damage they did, and then do it from the beginning like before. So it's gonna cost a little bit more, you know. And it's an unfortunate thing that sometimes it happens like that, because, you know, I know we're all trying to save money, but sometimes it just happens to the wrong the wrong business, that person says nah, you know. And don't feel like you're a victim or something like that. It's part of the negotiation game, because if you won and the person did it without charging you, actually you would be happy. You're like, yeah, I won. But then that person is doing extra work, so they don't feel like they won, right? You know, so it's a trade-off a lot of times, man. Especially when you're in like the sales business or the negotiation game, or you're looking for employment. It's sales. It's all sales, man. It's sales and networking and all that stuff. And there's a chance you can succeed, and there's a chance you can fail. And you just try again. Okay? That's it. Don't get negative. All right? And if you're in a situation where you're like, you know what, it's going to be worse for me to stay here, then you're going to have to leave. You know, if you want your well-being to be preserved. If you want your brain to be preserved, baby, sometimes you got to leave these people alone. Step aside. All right, so I'm going to take off this. I want to see. This is right now. This looks guilty. All right. This looks guilty. Like this. It looks like this is where the problem would be. Would you agree? This look like this is where the problem would be. So what I'm gonna do is let me see. Where can I test it at? I guess I would have to test it at this junction, because this looked like this was cut also. See here? These two sections right here. These look like they were cut. So I'm going to test it with another switch. Okay? And I can even test my switch. I'm trying to take this thing apart. It's really... I can even test my switch and see if this switch is still working. Because remember, I felt the click. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So I figured if you have the click, guys, the switch should be good. You know? Golly. Come on now. Come on. Come on. What's going on? Okay. Where's my cutter? Okay. Let's try it. All right? All right. So now, I'm going to check the switch. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this little bad boy right here. I'm going to turn it to 200. Okay? Okay? Then, that's it right here. Then, I'm going to turn the switch on. Okay, right now it's off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these two guys here. I want to see if they're connecting. Because when you turn it on, they're supposed to connect. The contacts inside the switch is supposed to close and allow the electricity to flow. Okay? So one part of the cord is coming from the power cord. Like this black is coming from the power cord. Okay? And then the other one is going down towards the motor. So I want to show you what I mean, but let's check the switch first. Alright? So I'm going to turn it on. Now keep your eyes over here. Alright? And let's see if we have... Alright, see that? See how it's moving like that? Okay, so it's registering the switch. The switch is actually working. So that's why I said, alright, if you can hear it, click, back, forth, back. Most likely the switch is working. How's that? If you can hear it. Okay, so switch is good, right? Good news. What's next? Well, look at what we have here. We have these bundled up things, right? There's possible that there's a contact disconnect here. But I think I want to start checking the cord. Okay? I want to start checking this bad boy here. But let me... it's possible. But, you know, it's possible that it got disconnected. Okay? Look at that. Look how easy that came off. Okay? So it's possible that it got disconnected. But for now, let's check this cord. So now, if you look, like I said earlier, the cord has the hot wire that's coming out here, okay, and then the cord also have the neutral wire, and if you notice, it goes straight to the motor, right? See how the neutral connects to this neutral here, and then it continues down to the motor. Okay, let me open it up. Hold on. Come on, buddy. Let me show you. All right, see that? So the neutral wire comes in from the cord, and it goes straight to the motor. He's like, man, I'm not waiting. I don't want to wait. Just hook me up to the motor, right? So that's what the neutral is doing from the cord. Then the hot wire from the cord goes to the switch, and he's waiting at the switch, okay, like this. Okay, he's waiting like that. He can't go nowhere yet because he needs something to hook up to this other end, and that other end is going down to the motor. So this is like an extension of the hot wire, okay? See that? Like that, okay? So the moment you hit on, it just bridged the two gaps, and now the electricity continues to travel and hook up with the white cord in the motor, and then they have some action going, right? They're doing some dirty things, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check this cord real quick. I want to check the hot wire with the cord, see if that's okay, and then I'm gonna open this guy up here, and I'm gonna check. And there's some people, you know, they may end up not doing this, but this is more work to try to test it in here and take it apart. I'm not into that. So I'm just going to open this up and test it. All right, so let's start with the first one. All right. So where's the end of my cord? Now, normally, okay, hope I'm doing this thing justice here. Okay, guys? Because I know I'm all over the place, man. My damn... Hold on, let me just double check. Where are we? Refresh. Here we go. I'm right here. Okay, so normally, guys, the hell did I just start with? Anyway, don't worry. It'll come back to me. Got distracted. Look what happened. All right. Anyway, look. I'm sure this happened to somebody here before. So let's look at this again. Let's keep it like right here, okay? Ah, that's what I meant. The hot wire is the smaller part of this cord, and the wider side is the neutral, okay? All right. So if I'm correct, I should be able to touch this, and if I touch this cord, we should. If the cord is good, we should have contact. Look at that. The cord is good. See that? Cord is good. All right. Now we need to find the neutral, and we'll test that. Right now, it's very easy to assume that if one side is good, the other side should be. Sometimes that's the case, probably most of the time. But man, I've been fooled a few times, and I'm not going to be fooled again, right? So I just check them just to be safe. So let's hook it up here, and let's get the wide side and see if we get a response. Okay. So the cord is good, all right. So we don't have to replace the rewind. Is that fantastic? Say fantastic. Somebody, come on. Somebody say fantastic in the comments. Golly. Oh man. I'm gonna do some changes to my videos. All right, guys. I gotta make it more fun. I have a TV in the shop, and my son was watching this guy. My other son knows him. My son runs, and I don't know if you know him like personally, but he know of him. And he used to be a runner, and then all of a sudden he changed his channel. He's traveling the world. He takes $1 and he says, "All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can sell this water. You know, I'm gonna buy a case of water. I'm gonna try to sell it." And I was like, "Wow, this is positive." This little kid doing this thing, and but the channel's taking off, and I'm just watching the format. I'm like, golly, what's just a simple format this is? You know, how are you guys doing it? But anyway, I'll figure it out. All right, so far, guys, everything seemed to be doing what it's supposed to do. I'm thinking the problem was the connection. So what I'm going to attempt to do, I'm going to put these guys back together. So I'm going to test this. I'm going to test my theory. I'm going to put these guys back together. Okay? All right? And hold on, let's tie this up. real quick. I'm going to use one of these. Okay. Let's put this guy back together. All right. Okay. All right. So we have one guy that's kind of back together. All right. Then I'm going to find the switch. Okay. See my switch? All right. And I'm going to have to cover one side of my switch because I don't want them to accidentally touch each other because you don't want no sparks. So I'm going to find something to place in between this. It's best to use electrical tape. And guys gonna like, yeah, I bet you he don't have it. I bet you he's not prepared. Yeah, I didn't have it. So I'm gonna use this belt. I'm gonna use this rubber belt, just for my own self, right? And then I'm gonna get this. This is the other wire that's gonna continue down the road. See that? So I'm gonna stick this in here. Okay, like this. I just want to test this thing, and I don't want to put any permanent ends on it. That's why I'm leaving it like this, because it is a short cord. It doesn't make its way all the way up to the power switch, so I know I'm going to need to connect again. All right, I'm going to need to connect it again. So right now, this switch is set to turn on. Right, it's a makeshift kind of hookup. All right, and all I want to do is I want to put the body part over this so this motor don't zing out the way, because if you do it, the motor's gonna instantly go, you know, it's gonna try to turn. So let's close this up real quick. Okay, just so I can come on, baby. All right. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Don't say that. All right. I don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, here we go. So this thing is in, and if you want, guys, you could just put a screw. Hold on. You could put a screw in to just kind of close it in, so you don't get any sudden jerks, or maybe this thing flies off. Okay, so let me just put a screw in here real quick, down below. Okay, fantastic. All right, good. All right, now I'm gonna put my little belt between the two contacts again, and the reason I'm doing that, like I said, you see the way it is. Okay. Oh shit. Like, you see right there. Okay. You know, these little things here, and it's possible. Now, if I had put it on one of these, you know, right, then I wouldn't need to worry about it. But again, like I said, I'm gonna have to end up splicing this wire again to make its way up to the cord, so I don't want to put anything permanent on it yet. Okay, which, you know, I still can, but still. All right, let's plug it in and turn it on. Let's see what we got. So make sure it's off first, okay? So we're off, all right? And then let's plug it in. Where's my cord tip? The tip of my cord. And see if we solve the problem, okay? All right, you guys ready? Say yes. Okay, here we go. Where's the switch? Turn it on. Positive. Look at that. Look at that. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Let me unplug this thing. We did it. All right. We found a problem. Okay. So you saw how I just took my time and kind of worked my way through it, and just kind of, you know, work your way through and find out what's working, what's not working, and that's the method I use, guys. Now, the method is the same. Your steps can be different. You can want to start with the motor, you can want to start with the cord, you can want to start with the switch, but the method is take your time and find out what's working so you can eliminate that. So now what's left? It's like overcoming objections, okay? It's like overcoming objections, and that's probably the approach I do it. So let's say you said, listen, I can't buy this thing because it's the wrong color. And you say, you're the salesman, you say, well, all right, is that the only thing stopping you from us doing business today? Right? Okay? That's the only thing stopping you? You say, yeah, if you had the right color, we do business. Right? Right? It makes sense, right? If you had the right color, do business. Or, I can't afford it, which is, golly. I can't afford it, right? And if I could afford it, I buy it. You say, are you serious about that? Yes. If I can afford it, I buy it. Okay, so what part of it you can't afford? With the down payment, monthly payment? I can't afford a down payment today. Okay, great. So in other words, if you had the down payment, you get it? Yeah. Okay, fantastic, man. Thanks for being honest with me. You are being honest with me, right? We're not just, yeah, of course. Okay, great. So if it wasn't for the down payment, you get it today. Fantastic. Listen, let me see what I can do. If we can work this thing out. If you really do want it, like you say you do, let's see what we can do about that down payment. You just eliminated, and you worked your way to the what's the main thing? The main thing of the main thing. Let's make the main thing Leon Thomas. Big up to Leon Thomas. Let's keep the main thing, okay? Let's keep the main thing, the main thing. So, a process of elimination. We all do it, but sometimes with troubleshooting, problem solving, we tend to panic and we forget that strategy. That's all, okay? All right, so I'm gonna end up putting this back together, but with the time that I have, I do want to have you take a look at this, because I may end up doing the fix on Saturday, but I want you to see this because there's a lot of people with this problem. All right, but I am gonna. It's just putting the puzzle back together, guys. I'm just gonna put the screws back in. Put all this stuff up, and I'm gonna end up splicing this. Right, I'm gonna splice this with another wire, one that's suitable. The other day I did. The other day I used one of my little hacks, and I used a low-grade wire that's lower than the voltage, and the damn thing blew out the wire. It was like, psst. It worked for the moment. The test did work, but the wiring just got destroyed. And you have to use the grade tubing, and you learn this in electrician class and all that stuff. So you don't be silly. Even with your homes, with the fuse there, if it's a 15 amp, 20 amp, the 15 amp wiring, the tubing, the copper coil and all that is different than the 20. It's a different grade. So you can't just put a 20 amp and hook it up to a 15. Okay, it's a whole different, or worse, if you put a 15, yeah, maybe if you put a 20 to a 15, it's drawing a lot more than the wiring is designed for, and you may start a fire, okay? And that's what happened with mine. All right? Anyway, so I'm moving this out the way. I'm going to put all this stuff back. But what I'm going to end up, my biggest challenge is going to be, guys, I'm going to let you know now. When it comes to this, I may have to just buy the official. I think I have it at the shop. Because that little section here, where the power switch goes here, it's really tight, right? Okay, and the way they make it, they solder it. I may just have to do that. They solder it on, and they use they use these shrink wraps, and put it up, and then they heat it. It shrinks, it holds it, because they don't use stuff like this. It's too bulky, it's too big for this to fit in here and not have a problem. Okay, so for those who don't actually see me do it, I may record myself doing it, but because of time, I'm gonna move to the next unit. Okay, all right, but hopefully my explanation is good enough. All right, okay. But we found a problem, we solved it. Now we're gonna just piece it back together. All right, next up. Next up. People who know me, man. Listen. I'm gonna tell you something, and tell me if you experience this. There are certain professions that pull out the best out of you. I'm talking like your your attitude and the way you present yourself, the profession itself, the nature of the job, make you a better communicator or a better problem solver or a better something. The nature of the job. When you step away from that job and you stop using those skills that you rely on so you can be successful, you start to, I don't know what it is, if it's revert, or you lose some of that armor, or you lose some of that finesse that you had at that job, okay? That sixth sense part of it, that it comes to you, right? And so you have to recognize that in yourself. But if you're around people that you know that you used to be able to handle easily in your prior life, and now you can't, you may have to step away from those people, because they may not be sound in mind. Don't value life the way you do. Don't value family the way you do. People think it's no joke, man. It's no joke. It's no joke. You gotta be around people who are the way you think. You're thinking, not think exactly like you. That's not cool. That's what those guys did when they wanted. They only wanted people with the same views. But I'm talking value systems. You know, you don't value life, it's going to be hard dealing with people who value life. Watch this, guys. Let me do my overhead cam. Okay. And let's see if I can have you look at what I'm dealing with here. Take a look at this. So if you've ever had one of these, this is a Platinum series Hoover, and I did a show on this a couple of years ago, where I showed people how to switch out the power switch if there were a lot of problems with this. One guy, I think I pinned it to the top of the video because he came up with a great solution. He went in and he was messing with the circuit boards and he was soldering stuff, and he just found a way to reconnect things. So I said, big up to you, man. Big up to you. I like things simple, so I don't too like circuit boards anyway. So that video you can find on my site. I showed how to start using this handle again, just using a regular on and off switch, rather than this LED setup that they have here. Okay. Right. Let me plug this in. Let me see if we still have life in this vacuum. But you notice the handle is broken, right? Let's see. See the blue light comes on? I think it's on. Can you see it? See the blue? Right? That's your power button. Turn it on. Machine's good. These machines are good. I don't know why they stopped making them. It reminds me of the Auric, but the motor just seems a little bit more powerful. This guy here. The motor is down at the bottom here. The dirt hole. I don't think I've ever said that before. That's why it sounds funny. Dirt hole. The suction, the port for the suction is right here, okay, and then it goes through the fan and it goes up. These type of machines, they're called direct suction. The one I was working on before was called a bypass, because you're bypassing the fan. And but this one is direct. It goes directly through the fan, and then the fan shoots it up into the bag. These seem to be a little bit more powerful, in my opinion, than the other type of vacuums. But the flaw with these vacuums is that the fan will take all the damage, and you can have a damaged fan. That is the drawback to these. The strength is the suction and the direct feed from here to here. The motor is here, right at the beginning, and the dirt is right there. Boom, boom, boom. Right? You don't have to go a long hose and down the chimney and every place else. So, no, we know it works. Okay, good. So obviously this person want to keep this, but they don't sell this anymore. They don't sell the vacuum, and they don't sell the handle. You might find people buying you might find people selling it on eBay. So I'm taking this out. Take a look. So I'm gonna have to find a way, guys. Right now, let me put the machine down now, and I'm thinking it through with you today. Okay? I'm gonna have to find a way to bridge this. See that? To get this to look like this again. Okay? And not just look like it. It's in a very delicate spot. It's in a delicate spot. It's in a spot that is gonna look at it. This is the body, and then this is the little neck. And it broke at the neck, dude. I mean, how am I gonna figure this out? Okay? It broke right at the neck. So I have a few ideas. Now, anyone, again, the giveaway that we're doing, right? We're doing a giveaway, like I said, and anyone who leaves a comment, I'm definitely going to be calling on them, or I not call on them specifically, but I'm going to be, what do you call it? I'm going to be drawing those names out, all right? And if you happen to be a member of the channel, then your name would be in more than once. And the same thing if you were one of the people who did the buy a coffee, you went to our web page and did buy a coffee. Okay, so all right, so here we go. So if you have suggestions, that something you want me to try, leave it in the comment, please. And then that same person's comment is going to be used in the drawing. Okay, all right, if you have a suggestion. But this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking to put an anchor in here. Sorry, here we go. Drill a hole, put an anchor in here and like on the sides. Put an anchor also in this. Make sure I have to take it apart to make sure there's no wiring where I want to do it, right? And then what you're doing is you're gonna insert the anchor. You're gonna insert it, almost like those furniture studs. You know what I'm talking about? I have one around here somewhere. It's wooden studs. Come on, man. All right, whatever. I think you know what I'm talking about, right? It's wooden studs, and there's a hole. Let me show you. Well, there's always a hole. We really do think in binary stuff, right? So it's a stud that will go in. So I'm gonna be binding both the top and the bottom together with that. Okay, it's gonna insert. So that's one. That's gonna keep it from breaking. It's gonna keep this from just breaking like that. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Another option I had was to try to put something here, but guess what? You can't, because this has the lip, and that will if you put something like that, it's going to prevent it from fitting seamlessly inside the vacuum. Okay, so I really have to do it from underneath. I have to do it from inside here, from this section, this and this. Okay, and see if I can help her out, because she want to keep the machine. She don't want to spend a lot of money at the same time. And but she really like it, and she don't want to have to buy another one. I get it. All right, and for me it's art project. I like, it's an art project for me. So and then lastly, I might end up using some fiberglass to seal it up and sand it down and make it like glue, and we'll see if that works. So I think I'm gonna leave this for Saturday, but I want anyone who have any ideas, send it to me, and then I'll see if I can give it a shot. All right, and I'll give it a try. I'll see if I can try your idea. That would be fun, wouldn't it? I can, but you're gonna have to do it between today and tomorrow. I'm gonna need, if I need to go buy something to make it work, then you can't send it to me like Saturday morning, and it's like, hey, scramble. I'm gonna be at my shop, and I'll be closing my shop at like 2. Like, the show is at 3. I don't have a whole lot of time to prepare for the show. Okay, so anyway, folks, hopefully you got something good out of the day. I have to put this baby back together again. Yeah, I hope you got something good out of the day. I really do. And I'm gonna have a positive day, man. I'm gonna have a positive day. I'm gonna have a positive year. I'm gonna have a positive year. Yo. All right. Until next time. Like I said, I'm giving away the Scorpion corded hand vac. I'm giving it away this Saturday, and then we're gonna be shipping it out. You guys stay cool, stay positive. Don't forget, check out our website. Check out the shirt site. I'm gonna be working on some dad designs, and then and if you need parts, go to monroevacuums.com. Buy us a cup of coffee. Hey, thank again to Gus from Long Island for donating to our channel. I spoke to Gus, and Gus was a cool dude. So anyone else that donate, I just happen to remember because he called me. Anyone else that donate, we appreciate your help and your business. Thank you very much. All right, and I'm gonna be out of here. I am leaving today, right now. Bye.